Hi, I'm JP.
And I'm Adam.
I've never seen Lost.
I have.
I'm told that it's good.
I liked it.
I'm told that it made sense.
Sort of.
But we're watching it out of order.
So it definitely won't make sense.
But it might still be good. Since we won't expect it to make sense, we'll still be able to appreciate each episode on its own merits as a one-hour story.
Sometimes 2 or 3.
As opposed to just a fraction of an ongoing, sprawling, and increasingly complex tangle of relationships, personal stories, mysteries, mythologies, experiments, social dynamics, unnatural disasters, unanswered questions, and hot tropical hookups.
Are you okay?
I'm not sure.
Because you lost me a little bit there at the end.
Well, good, because I've been lost since the beginning.
We're lost on Lost.
Welcome, everybody, to Lost on Lost. I'm JP Russell, joined as always by a man who always double clutches like you should be, Adam Busher.
That's right. Heel toe. It's the only way to drive, baby.
Yeah. Adam, we reached a milestone today.
Sweet. What is it?
I thought you'd never ask. So I've been using the same stupid yellow notebook here for writing all of my notes for the episodes, and I've been using this same Energel liquid gel ink pen. Sponsor us, Energel. Yeah. I ran out of ink today.
Oh shit.
So this is the first time I've ever ran out of ink in a pen, and is this good luck? I don't know. Is this ominous? Is this me? We're cursed?
I have literally no idea because I'm an accountant and I run pens dry constantly.
Oh, okay. Well, I was a very bad student, so, yeah. I didn't do a lot of homework or anything. So today we're talking about Tricia Tanaka is Dead, the 10th episode of Season 3 and the 59th episode overall. Our central character is everyone's favorite character, Hugo Hurley Reyes. No joke there. He's just literally everyone's favorite.
There it is.
Tricia Tanaka is Dead takes place on the 76th day after the crash of Oceanic Flight 815. Adam, do you have a recap?
Certainly do.
Hit it.
This is one of those jokes that only I find funny. Camaro, I hardly know her. Camaro, I hardly know her.
You're so fucking stupid.
On the island, Hugo Hurley Reyes is looking for a W. He and Charlie Pace follow Vincent the dog to the most important island discovery yet, a sweet, sweet VW van. Elsewhere, Kate Austin and James Sawyer Ford return from their shitty Airbnb on Hydra Island. Everyone is happy to see them return, but Dr. Jack Shepard is still a captive of the others. And in the before times, the curse of the numbers continues to haunt Hurley. One of his new franchise opportunities has a minor structural fault. But on the plus side, David Reyes returns to make sweet, sweet love to Mama Reyes. Ass, gas, or piss-warm Dharma beer, no one rides for free. If this van's a rockin', Tricia Tanaka is dead here on Lost on Lost.
Do you want to do that first line again? Are you good with it?
I mean, I'm not going to get through it.
Good. Oh, my goodness.
But you're right. That is arguably the dumbest joke I've ever written for myself.
There's still time.
JP.
Yeah.
We have a guest.
Why? Who?
Oh, my God. It's been a minute, but we wanted to have her back, and she agreed to come back. We're unsure as to why. But here she is. Welcome back to the show, Kim Davister.
Hi. I wave as if anybody can see me.
Right. Yeah, it's audio. You'll get there eventually. Welcome back to the show, Kim.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
What have you been watching since the last time you were on? Eagle-eared listeners of Lost on Lost will remember Kim as our guest for the episode number 10, and Found.
That was so long ago.
Yeah.
It really was.
But what have you been watching in the interim? Anything new? What's your new favorite show since the last time you were on the show?
Oh, crud. I should have prepared for that.
I mean, don't bother. We don't.
I'm like, it was enough for me to sit down and watch this episode. If I'm being honest, I had to like find time. There was a lot of pausing involved.
Yeah.
Bridgerton just started back up, so I got through like a few minutes of the first episode of season 2, so that was fun.
My partner Kai was watching it. She got all horned up, so I had to leave.
Just open a window. Just like, damn. It's all human here.
Yeah, it's good.
Too sexy. Too sexy.
I won't lie to you. I don't really know what I've been watching. Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey, Adam, join me in the side chat real quick.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah. Okay. Footsteps. Hey, this is the part where we'll just dub in that she said that she's been listening to a lot of Lost on Lost.
Perfect. Makes total sense.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the other call. You can't hear us, Kim.
Yeah.
You're in the other room.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah.
No, but if I'm wait, like,
in the
is
bit.
this? Hold on. Is this like the Marvel universe where like I can if it happened already and I listened to Lost on Lost, like I will have been hearing this?
No, it's like the Garfield universe.
Okay.
You can understand us, but we can't understand you.
More like Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. What? Oh, Peacemaker. That's what I had been watching.
There you go.
Sure.
For a hot minute. Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's good
Heard
stuff.
good things about
Very
that
nice.
too. Cool. Well, yeah. Again, thanks for coming back to the show.
Yeah, it's off to a great start.
Yeah. It's off to a start.
You guys want to talk about Lost?
Yeah, let's talk about some Lost.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Tricia Tanaka is Dead originally aired on February 28th, 2007. It was written by Edward Kitsis and Adam Horowitz and was directed by Eric Leneuville. Edward Kitsis and Adam Horowitz both wrote one episode of a show called Fantasy Island entitled Super Friends, which basically putting all that together is a summation of this episode. And Eric Leneuville directed 3 episodes of Everybody Hates Chris, the show about Chris Rock. Boom, there you go. You didn't think Lost on Lost was going to get all political and weigh in on the Oscar situation, but here we are, baby.
Recording an episode the week after the Oscars aired the podcast episode will air in fucking June.
People want to know. The folks want to know at home.
Yeah.
We started on a kid working on a car.
This was another instance of pretty good child casting. We talked about this with the Little Echo and Little Yemi.
Yeah.
Even not knowing that this is a Hurley episode, like there's no way that's not Little Hurley.
Right. I just was like curly hair. Like it's got to be him.
But yeah, he's got himself a toolbox.
Yep.
There's a busted up old Camaro sitting on some blocks on the driveway. He's getting the tools out, getting ready to work on this old car. I mean, it's this classic,
It's a pretty car.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, get back together, restore it. It's the classic project car.
Sure.
And Dad comes out.
Fucking Cheech, baby.
Cheech Marin, baby.
So good.
Of course he's in Lost.
That's the other reason. If you didn't know it was Hugo before, you certainly do now.
Right.
Right. I had no idea he was in the show.
He's at save for this, he's in a handful of other episodes too, in other Hurley
really?
episodes. Yeah. I think he ends up doing maybe 4 or 5.
Oh, no shit.
But yeah, he's actually I like him. He's kind of a shitheel in this episode, but I like him being around as part of Hurley's backstory and stuff like that. It's yeah, it's cool. I don't know.
I mean, he definitely sells the sort of deadbeat dad,
Right.
sort of quasi looking for redemption. He pulls it off.
He's also got a real sick wig.
Yeah.
As far as deadbeat dads go, I feel like he's probably one of the best.
Well, I
he's
mean,
not-
there's a lot to contend with because nobody in this show has a dad.
Right. Every single dad on this show is a shitty dad.
Right. Which we're going to get into that in a little while.
Oh boy. It's kind of a little sweet little scene, sort of. I mean, I think we all kind of see where it's going right away because David enters the scene with a big army duffel bag.
Yeah.
So you're like, he's leaving.
Not to mention the saddest music ever.
Yeah. Army A-bags are just the uniform for dads leaving town.
It was nice knowing you, kid.
Yeah.
The mom looking out the window. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's despite the fact that we know he's about to bail, it's actually it's kind of sweet. He gives him a little bit of advice. They get in the car and he's turn it over and
He's like, no, it needs a new carburetor.
It's like, right. But hope. It's never stupid to have hope, or having hope is never stupid. In this life, you got to make your own luck. And gives him all these kind of little cliches and
which are very sweet, right? And they mean something to a kid. However, the child is talking about a very technical process.
Right.
And he's not wrong, meaning it won't work.
Right.
It needs a new carburetor.
Right. Hope all you want. Without a carburetor, it's not going to turn on. It's not going to work. Like, and the kid,
Right.
yeah.
I keep wishing to score like the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. I do not play football, so like
I think we call that toxic positivity.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, nowadays, yeah.
yeah.
No doubt.
It's very buzzword. But I had my pen out taking notes, and I was like waiting for the recipe for how to make my own luck. And I'm a little disappointed. Like I was like, come on, where's the gem?
Right. They all say you got to make your own luck, but how?
I don't have those ingredients.
It's why I keep buying copies of The Secret, you know? I'm just trying to learn what
I
the
thought it
fucking
was
secret
Heat.
is.
I thought maybe Heat was
You
the
should take
secret.
one of your copies of The Secret and hollow it out and put a Heat Blu-ray inside of it.
Oh.
Somebody comes over to your house and like, oh my God, JP, you read The Secret? And you're like, yeah. And they open it. Heat. Did you manifest that? You fucking ain't right, you did.
Yep. Well, you know, I also got really confused because he said something about like how he's got to go to Vegas for something.
Some work. He says there's some work.
And I was
out
like,
there.
oh yeah, Cheech was in the show Vegas. And I was incorrect. He was in the show Nash Bridges.
Yes, he was.
I went down a real deep IMDb rabbit hole and was just incorrect.
Can we take a very brief moment
Yeah.
to discuss the extra walking by down the sidewalk?
What?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Before you tell us about the extra, let me ask you, how bored during the scene were you that you were paying attention to the extra instead of what was happening with David and Hugo?
Well, okay. How far are we in this? Like
4 minutes in, I don't know, 5.
Yeah.
right, but we get to the part where like we already know he's leaving. We see him driving away.
Yeah.
Sure.
As he's driving away, it was just the saddest music ever. And there's just this one random chick on the sidewalk in a dress, walking away, smiling her face off. And I was just like, what is this? She's by herself too, walking on the sidewalk. I was like, who does that? Like, does she know? Does she know? She's like, that kid, your dad's never coming back. Same.
Making my way
She's
downtown.
new. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Vanessa Carlton. She's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just like caught a glimpse of her face and I was like, what are you smiling about? Laugh it up, Chuckles.
See, Kim, that's why we love having you on as a guest. It's not only your attention to detail, but it's also your constant pessimism. So, thank you for that.
Why do you get to be so happy on the worst day of Hurley's life?
Look at this happy dipshit. Okay, cut back to the island.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's getting real fucking foggy or dusty in my fucking room here. I don't know what's going on, man.
Take a minute. Yep.
Jesus.
He's out there, and it's just a shot, just of him, like a medium close, like, and it's just him, and he's explaining what happened to like Jack and Kate and Sawyer and all this stuff, and it's like I was under the impression he's like imparting knowledge, you know, he's passing some info along to other people, but then like as he continued to like his throat started to catch, and I was like, oh fuck, there's no way that everybody doesn't already know all this stuff.
Right.
Who's he talking to? And then I was like, oh shit, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then it dawned on me that I was like, he's got to be at the graveyard. And then my eyes instantly welled up. I was like, oh god, no.
Well, and this shot looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, and I was like, you know, I'm still learning sort of the visual styles of each of these directors. Eric Laneuville did The Brig and The Other 48, which we definitely said were better looking episodes.
Yeah.
This episode looks phenomenal. There's so many good shots in this one. And actually, I think we have some more of his episodes coming up very soon, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, just the whole shot and how it kind of like moves around him and like the sun on the beach and everything. It looks phenomenal.
Yeah. He says he misses her, and that's like, I think that's when we get the pullback shot of him standing at the graveyard, and it's like, fuck, he's talking to Libby, who they like just buried, and like she's only been dead like I think like 7 days at this point. Like,
yeah,
it's very sad.
Yeah.
Libby played by Cynthia Watros, who was in this Fox sitcom Titus.
I was just waiting for you to mention Titus, which comes up in like every episode. See, I do listen to Lost on Lost.
Why? We cut to Charlie shaving. Another one of those. We showed somebody shaving. There you go.
This is why everybody doesn't have a beard, because
Even though he has the deepest 5 o'clock shadow
like
by
20
the end of
minutes
this episode.
later, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charlie just shaving. Hurley comes by to check on him. Hey man, tells him to fucking buck up, dude. Like, it's not that bad. Like, stop moping.
Yeah. Well, Desmond can probably see into the future, we think, and he keeps seeing me die. So, kind of bummed out.
All I thought was, oh yeah, Desmond. Oh, he's handsome.
Yeah. He's very handsome. And then the wacky switch gets fucking flipped
Right?
for the next 40 minutes. I am so excited to dig into this, guys.
Dude, I had like emotional whiplash in the first
Yes,
10
holy
minutes
fuck.
of this episode, because I go from this really sweet scene of him like visiting Libby's grave to then like him telling Charlie to get his head out of his ass.
Yeah.
Then he's
And
like,
then-
he's rattling off the death finds me, I'm cursed stuff. Like, oh, Charlie, you are going to die. It's my fault. And then the dog runs up with a fucking arm in its mouth.
Like, it's just a mummified hand, but it's still holding onto the car keys.
Like,
Like,
he's got a rabbit foot on the car keys.
Irony.
even the dog's like, check this shit out.
You bunch of sad bastards need some cheering up. I got an adventure for you.
You guys need a hand.
No. Hurley's like, we got to check this out. Charlie's like, nah.
He's like, remember the death? And I'll, I don't.
I'm not.
That's not a good idea.
But yeah, like this Hurley chasing Vincent through the jungle is accompanied by this lighthearted, like music. Like
The music in this episode is so good. It's so
Like-
funny.
Like, clearly it's a dead human hand. So it's like, ooh, we're going on an adventure to go find the rest of a corpse.
The wild thing about it is, imagine, like, no matter what this scene is, you take the music out and you put in whatever music you want to set the tone for this chase. Like, if you put in a dramatic sort of sting here, it becomes ominous. But
Yeah.
they use this adventure music, and it's like, I'm really happy they found a hand.
There's like
this is awesome.
flutes and
Yeah. Also, how sentient is Vincent? Like, do we find out later that Vincent is just like another? It's sort of like Locke's sister in the Patty episode, where it's really just someone stuck inside of a boar or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Vincent is actually Christian.
No, he can walk a straight line.
That's true. Yeah,
Isn't Vincent like Jiminy Cricket?
I mean,
kinda.
he's not.
Yeah, he follows Vincent, drops the arm, and he picks it up, and he sees that it's got keys in it. And then Vincent pops out of the bushes, and he heads over to where he is. And in the middle of the jungle, something they've not stumbled upon over the past 75 days. There's a blue and white VW van just laid out on its side, and Hurley is just stoked to see it.
Yeah, he's so excited. And the dog even looks excited.
It's because he just had some beef jerky.
Oh, dude, that's why I would be running after the dog and be like, "Get that out of your mouth! That's so disgusting."
That's so gross.
Put that down, Aki.
Mummified arm, I'd be mortified. I would run after him too.
Yeah. But that's the end of the cold open.
Yeah.
We come back from the lost card and we're in flashback right away.
This is so good.
Hurley is
I love everything about this
being
episode.
interviewed for the news.
Mr. Clucks.
Mr. Clucks, the restaurant he used to work at.
Yeah, Randy's there, his manager who caught him eating chicken on duty.
Like we saw Hurley's fast food experience back in Everybody Hates Hugo. This is the same restaurant. Now that he's a fucking millionaire, he bought it.
As soon as that chicken's head popped up, I instantly got PTSD because I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and we just recently opened not only an El Pollo Loco, but also a Chick-fil-A. So 2 fast food chicken places, and the lines for the drive-thrus are so ridiculous in Green Bay, Wisconsin, that they have to have police escorts. Like, I'm not even kidding. Anyway, so yeah, I saw the chicken and was like, oh, no. Mr. Clucks.
Tricia Tanaka from the local news.
Tricia Tanaka. That's all I can think of.
Yeah. It's not that. So she's like, yeah, tell us, why'd you buy this place? He's like, I like chicken.
I like turtles.
Yeah. I like turtles. Exactly.
That's what I thought. I like turtles.
Exactly.
And then she's like, well, anything else? Isn't it fucking crazy that you won more money than God? And he's like, yeah, but I also, all this bad shit keeps happening to me. And she's like, okay, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm trying to do a feel-good piece here.
Johnny and Starla ran off together. That's horse shit. Like, I'm so mad. Like,
is that the woman he was fawning over?
I think so. I think that's Marguerite Moreau and DJ Qualls.
Jesus. DJ Qualls. Oh, man.
Unbelievable. That's fucked. Like, when he said that, like, that pissed me off, or like, that made me sadder than Grandpa Tito dying. Because we already kind of knew about Grandpa Tito. He said that in a different interview.
So she's like, I'm just trying to do this fucking feel good piece, dude. Like, let's go inside and get some fucking B-roll.
She's mean, kind of. Like, kind of, well, not mean. She's just like kind of pissy. Like, she says it as she goes inside. I always get these bullshit stories. Like,
yeah.
So, like, it's not her fault. I get it. Like, if she's being sent out to do bullshit, like, that's annoying if you're trying to be like a real journalist.
Who's the guy that Hugo is talking to, and is that like his general manager or something?
Yeah, Randy.
Is Randy Steve Buscemi's kid or something? Like, what?
I mean, maybe.
Here's the thing I love about Randy. Randy seems like just very excited to be working for Hurley, and it didn't seem like ass kissing. It seemed like Randy was just like still happy. He's like, dude, this is all right. Like, I don't know. Like, there was something about Randy's excitement to be still working, to still be the manager of Mr. Clucks.
Well, like he bought it because he likes chicken.
Yeah.
Like, there's no pressure for like numbers and overhead and all this other stuff. He can just manage.
We can just make chicken, baby.
Right. We just fucking make chicken, baby.
So I really like that, because you could have very easily had Randy be like a dick because now Hurley's his boss, and but he wasn't, and that was awesome.
Yeah. I would like to know what everybody's notes say for the next little bit of this episode.
For 9 minutes and 30 seconds into this episode, which is where I paused it and immediately messaged
specifically
you.
that. Yes.
Mine's not amazing. It's just Tricia Tanaka goes in to get some B-roll, and then in all caps, and a meteor hits the building. 4 exclamation points.
I very calmly just wrote the words, "This is the greatest episode of television I've ever seen."
I just have in capital letters HA exclamation point, which is exactly the sound that I made.
We see Randy and Hugo just like in a pile of dirt and rubble outside of the crater of Mr. Clucks.
I want to be in the writer's room for this, because you could just have a gas explosion, you could have a fry, something you could have, but
you can't have a gas explosion because Hugo specifically says, hey, are the fryers off? Like, everything is cool inside.
Well, the fryers are off, but you still have utilities hooked up to the,
but that's too close. That's all very plausible.
I mean, that's the thing.
That could happen to anyone.
Right.
They were like, we have to do the most outlandish thing here. What is the most outlandish thing that could happen to this restaurant?
Right.
A fucking meteor.
I want to be in the room, though, when, like, who pitched it? Who's like, hey, do you think we can fucking get away with this?
The only reason it wasn't Sharknado is because that hadn't happened yet.
Right.
I don't know if Javier Grillo Marx Walsh was still on the show, but like, I would want it to be him. Him just like leaning back in the corner of the room, like it's not his episode, it's Kitsis and Horowitz. He's like, I don't know, what about a fucking meteor?
I'll see you guys after lunch. I'm going out for smoke.
God, that was wild. Like that when that happened, I literally had like a 2-minute laughing fit.
Yes,
I was on the floor in my living room.
It's so good, and the CGI is so bad.
Oh, God.
Like, but it doesn't matter. It
And the
absolutely
noise.
doesn't matter.
The noise.
The noise, yeah. It's all of it. All of it compiles into what
so
is
good.
later listed in the Lostpedia trivia for this episode as the most expensive shot in Lost history.
No, really?
Really?
Just for CGI?
Oh, for all of it, for the crater, for the meteor, for all of it. Yeah, it's wild.
Interesting.
But from there, we cut to the jungle. Hurley's inspecting the van. There's a body inside.
And
It's
we know
probably
this
fine.
body.
Oh my God, we do know this body.
We know this body?
We know this body. This is Ben's gassed out dad.
Yep, Mr. Roger Linus. Speaking of shitty dads,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Roger Workman, aka Roger Linus. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is chronologically Roger's first appearance.
Yes. Yeah. So I know we have so much funny shit to talk about in this episode, just because Sawyer gets to be real goofy.
Yeah.
There's some parallel to be drawn though. I feel like Hurley is sort of like this, he's the like ultimate good, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like obviously like the kid or the baby or whatever, like hasn't done anything wrong. But I think of like who does everybody love? They love Hurley. Right?
Raymond.
Who right. Deborah.
My brother's tall.
Randy, Mr. Clucks. But who does everybody hate?
Sawyer.
Ben.
Oh, Ben. Oh,
Claire.
Claire.
Well,
Kate.
Jack.
Kate. It's literally
Ben. But yeah,
everyone
but
else.
yeah,
Yeah.
like on the island, everybody hates Ben. Yeah.
Right. Even a lot of the others hate Ben.
Yeah.
And it's like there's something to be said for like, so here's this this vehicle that is sort of, it's reminiscent of Ben literally killing his father and his past and all the people he knew, and
God, it's
juxtapose
all
that
coming
against
back.
like now Hurley's using this same thing that has such a like bad tarnished sort of aura around it, and now he's using that as like a means of retroactively like sort of forgiving his father and finding camaraderie with his friends. And it's just this weird like, here's this one object that two people viewed very differently. And I don't know, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that. From there, we cut to the beach.
Yeah.
And then something that I hate happens.
Claire talks?
Nikki and Paulo show up.
Nikki and Paulo are there for no good reason. We're out of oat bars. Shut up. Look behind the thing. I don't.
look behind the powdered
Yeah, people
milk?
want oat bars.
Nikki and Paulo give a fuck about the two of you.
I have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
I mean, like I saw them, but I was like, nope.
Yeah.
They hold zero space.
I feel fairly confident moving Claire into the ranks of just normal sort of beach survivor and having Nikki and Paulo be persona non grata.
Yeah, exactly. So they're there. Sun and Jin are also there. Sun's doing this. She's trying some immersion techniques. She's only going to speak to her husband in English now. It'll help him learn English. He speaks less than 1% of the English language, so I feel like it's a little early for immersion, but
It's gotta be more than
it can't
that.
hurt.
Right.
But yeah, so it's funny because I watched with the captions on. We all know this. They didn't even caption Jin's
No,
lines.
I was just thinking that. I was like, I don't know
I was
what
like,
he's
fuck, I don't
saying.
even know what he's saying either.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah, because it's good. She's like, I'm only going to speak to you in English, and he's like, I don't. Yeah.
But come on, man, it's been 76 days. I spent 10 days in Japan and I knew enough to just like ask where the bathroom was.
Sure. Yeah, and like we've touched on this too on some earlier episodes too. We know that Jin understands English better than he speaks English. We know that.
Right.
That's been established.
He built a fucking boat with Michael. Like,
yeah.
And it sailed. So like,
yeah. But Hurley rocks up and he's like, dudes, check it out. He tries to recruit some people to come on his adventure that he has received, his quest that he's received from Vincent the dog. And everybody's like, I don't know, man. These fucking like they're so depressing and they're so like lame. Like everybody's like, I don't know, man. Like, again,
because normally when someone comes running out of the jungle saying, "Hey, everybody, come with me," it's usually some fuckery,
right?
You know,
yeah, sure.
It's like,
yeah, some bad news. Yeah,
yeah. So
right.
I mean, I guess there's a bit of an opt out there that does make sense. But yeah, everybody's a buzzkill. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I guess I'm gonna go. What does fucking Dum Dum say? He's like, I'm gonna go get some bananas. It's like, dude, you don't have anything going on today. Fuck off.
and he does the gross thing where he pulls Nikki like by her short shorts.
Thank you. I was like, whose hand is that?
Yeah.
What just happened? And she's just like, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go.
At the end of the day, I'm glad that they didn't go along because they suck.
Right.
But like,
okay, how many times do we see Shannon's like impossibly long legs, showcased where now it's like, ooh, yeah, Nikki's hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Neat.
Cool.
Is that the end?
Cool.
That's the end. That's all she's for. Gratuitous.
Yeah, basically.
Gratuitous thigh.
Yeah, that's probably what the fucking casting notice said for, oh, we need a hot blonde girl to replace Shannon.
Yeah.
They're like, can we just dye Shannon's hair a little darker?
Right. Let's just dye Maggie Grace's hair brunette and have her come back as her twin sister.
Yeah.
Work for Twin Peaks.
Seriously though, if you're not pulling my belt loop to like pull me into you for like a kiss, you better watch. I'm gonna smack you.
Hands off. Yeah.
Yeah. Do not. No,
Don't do
that's
that.
not.
Kim, what if I pulled you and I was like, look, Corndogs are over there. You're not paying attention. Corndogs are over this way.
Okay, that's there are a few exceptions.
Right.
There are
Or if
some.
you were like,
few.
or if you're like, hey, there's a meteor, yoink, let's get out of the way. Okay, fine. Meteor, corn dogs, kisses. That's it. That's all you
Yeah,
get.
Right, that's it. It's another one of those lost on lost hierarchies.
Kisses was last, just so we're all clear.
Everybody wanders off except for Jin, because Jin, we just established a couple seconds ago, isn't speaking English right now.
God.
So Hurley just walks up to him, all smiles.
Jin says yes because of the look on Hurley's face.
No, because Jin gets it. Jin buys in. Like, he's like, and Hurley's like, you have no idea what you just signed up for. Jin's like, yeah,
He's like,
you're
I
right.
did.
But like,
He's like, I signed up to make you happy. That's what I signed
hang
up
out
for.
with my buddy Hurley today because I'm not on bananas today. So let's
Daniel
fucking
Dae Kim does such an amazing job
so
of
good.
just like blind happy stare.
Yep.
It's
so good.
so fucking funny.
wonderful.
There's a lot of really good facial acting in this
I
episode.
just love him so much.
Yeah.
Jin is my favorite. He's so great.
From there, we cut to the jungle, an unknown location in the jungle. It's Kate and Sawyer. They're wandering their way back. They are filthy.
They're 10 minutes away.
Yeah, they're 10 minutes away.
I had an audible sigh when I saw the two of them. Like, it's a get. I said this the first time and I'll say it again. It's a Meg episode. I mean, it's not, but like every time I see Kate, I'm like, "Bleh." Okay. Anyway, continue.
They're covered in dirt and sweat, and they're all fucked up and everything. It's
Well,
like,
they're in the jungle.
but we also know that they are making their way back from a fairly harrowing ordeal for them.
Yeah.
They've been in captivity under the others' lock and key for several days on the other island, which they only just found out about.
We also, like, in that episode where I think it was the season 3 premiere or something like that, but like when Kate is done with like the beachside breakfast with Ben, she's then the next like hard cut is her in the dress being led out to the cages, like, and she looks bad.
Yeah, it's almost like there was a deleted scene there that showed
Right,
her
where
going
she
through some
got-
stuff. Yeah,
tortured or assaulted or something like that, and that's always sat really weird with me, where I'm like, something very bad happened to Kate, and we just don't talk about
don't
it.
see it, man. Sawyer steps on a dart.
What the fuck? How much shit is on this island?
Yeah.
And it's not like a poison dart. It looks like a dart, like from a dartboard.
Yeah, it's like a bar
like
dart.
a dart.
Yeah.
Just a dart. And then you have your classic trope. The line that's in every movie. Okay, I'm gonna pull it out on 3. 1, 2. Oh, I thought you were gonna pull it out on 3.
Anticipation's the worst part.
No, the worst part is you, Kate. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, they yammer about some dumb shit. Like, like I said, they were just like, they've just gone through a harrowing experience. And she's just like, something like, all you gotta do is say you're sorry. And he's like, what did you be sorry for? And then she had been calling him James through this. And then after he says that, he's like, oh, well, welcome back, Sawyer. It's like, And then he quits calling her Freckles and then calls her Kate. And it's like, okay, you're fighting now. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Cool.
Lame. Let's get back to the car shit.
Yeah, they wander back onto the beach, and there is a reunion there. The rest of the survivors see Kate and Sawyer come out from there, and that's a little, despite the fact that they were just annoying me a couple seconds later, I'm happy to see them reunited with the survivors,
right?
And the survivors are happy to see them,
right? But this has got to be a semi-regular occurrence. Someone goes missing, and then they just show up back on the beach, or they don't. I don't know, but we've seen a lot of fucking reunions. On this show.
Yeah, with varying levels of emotionality in them.
Yeah.
This one was just kind of fine.
Yeah.
Cut to a flashback. Hugo comes home from the restaurant. He's covered in dust and dirt. Like he must have made his way immediately home.
Yeah.
He makes the joke here. The restaurant it's not a joke. He says, got hit by a meteor or an asteroid. I don't know what the difference is.
I laughed real hard because I was like, same, Hugo or Hurley.
And he says Tricia Tanaka is dead. And I was like, drink.
Drink.
He said the thing.
Hurley's planning to go to Australia to break the curse. He explains to Mama that the numbers originated in Australia. His buddy Lenny from the Institute told him that's where they came from. So he's like, I'm going to Australia. This is the only way to break the curse.
Australia. Kim, give us an Australia.
You got to do it.
Australia.
Mama's like, you don't have to go to Australia. This curse is already over. Look, Dad's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Cool.
Did he bring those smokes? Like,
he's now sans a horrible wig, and we get to see Cheech's real hair, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's looking better now,
Yeah, he actually looks better 17 years later than he did.
He's aging well.
Yeah.
Cut back to the van.
Yeah. Beer.
There's beer.
And beer light. Beer light.
Hurley and Jin, they have this like miming bit, like trying to figure out what each other are saying.
Yeah.
Hurley does the thing.
Yep. He does.
The shouting. I can't understand you.
The way Jin looks at him is so like, okay, Hurley, but also we're 76 days on this fucking island, and I can't believe that you're still doing this.
Yeah.
But they managed to mime out the plan. They're going to pull the body out first and then dump it over. So they go to pull Roger out.
Yeah.
It's so good.
His head falls off.
It doesn't just fall off.
They break it off.
Yeah, they break it off.
Yeah.
They crush it.
I've never seen a decomposed body in my real life, but these two are really nonchalant about it. They're like, it's a fucking zombie. No problem. I don't care.
What are you going to do? Like, whatever. Yeah. I mean, they're doing a very respectful thing trying to pull him out. Like, that's nice. Like, hey, we're doing the best we can with what we got here.
And what is they break the head off, and he's like, we'll get that later.
Yeah. He's so excited. Yeah. He's so excited.
We come back to the beach. We have a real quick scene here with Desmond and Charlie.
Yeah. Desmond.
They're talking about Charlie's death. Like, Charlie's like, I deserve to know. Like,
why are you so obsessed with me?
They get interrupted by fucking Sawyer. Where's all my stuff? Dude. It's our stuff.
Yeah.
You just had it in your tent.
Right.
How long were they gone?
Like a week,
maybe 5 days or something like that.
Yeah, we don't have the exact day.
Do we know how long they waited until they
seconds? I gotta imagine that they were gone and as soon as Kate and Jack and Sawyer left.
Sawyer's been hoarding stuff. Fuck his his
Mom's gone. Let's go.
Sense of ownership. These are our things now.
What does he have in his stash?
Books,
smokes,
porn, and scotch.
Porn, scotch. Desmond, sorry about the scotch.
The American novelist Tim O'Brien talks about the story truth versus the happening truth. I don't believe that Sawyer had porn. What I believe is that, yes, he had things. He's probably owned pornography in the past, but who flies with porno mags?
I think they sell them in
him? I had porno mags in my stash, and I didn't steal them from anybody. Those are the ones that I bought in City.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
he
back
probably
on
had them
believing
covered. There was a Men's Health magazine on the outside,
right?
And Playboy on the inside.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. Or he's got Field and Stream, and that's porn to him.
Good housekeeping.
So yeah, he comes looking for his stuff, and then we cut back to the van. They're still like Jen and Hurley are still, they're trying to make do, whatever. And dude, this was so fun.
I know. It's so good.
Sawyer wanders in, like, hey, where's my stuff? And Hurley didn't know he was back.
Yeah.
And he just, like, jumps on him. Like,
He's so happy to see him.
Yeah.
It's a comedic visual thing. Things are always funnier when they enter or exit frame,
right. Yeah.
But Sawyer doesn't come from the edge of frame. He just comes from behind the van.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's already in the frame, and he just pops up. I audibly just laughed at that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that popping the head through the door frame. Like,
right.
You guys talking about shenanigans? Like that kind of thing. Like,
okay, but let's go back. That's the other reason I was like, how did they never find this van before? Because Sawyer was just like, hey, where's my shit? He turns around off the beach and he's just like, yo, Hurley, where's my shit? It was like, how did you
not see the van?
How did you get here?
It's been there the entire time. Was that van there the entire time? No. We put it there only when it was funny.
Or no, Sawyer would be like, this. Oh, I saw this van weeks ago. This is my van.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. I should have told you guys about that.
This is where I got this sketch.
But it's adorable, man. Like he grabs
so
him, and like the ice on Sawyer, the rough edges just like totally melts away because like when he realizes how happy Hurley is to see him, he's like genuinely happy to see Hurley too, and he smiles, and then he sees Jin, and they like they hug it out too, and it was just like I really dug it. Like
it's very sweet.
Yeah, it was real cool.
You can tell, obviously we haven't watched this in order, but everyone's come around to Sawyer quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
We see his heart sometimes.
Yeah, and we saw like just ever so slivers of it in a couple of other ones. Like I remember, we have seen the episode where, Sawyer told Jack the story about his dad, and he confessed to Jack that like Jack's the closest thing that he's got to a friend and stuff like that. Like so. We asked this question a lot through the earlier parts of this podcast, like how was Sawyer ever likable? And it's getting there.
He still does not exit the scene without saying something mildly racist.
No. He does
several things. Yeah.
But yeah, despite that, it's a sweet reunion. Hurley, he's like, hey, you're not doing anything today. Help us fix the van. And Sawyer's like, I'm in.
Yeah. Well, he's like, Jack and all this other stuff. And then he's like, there's beer. And he just lights up.
Like a college kid being asked to move furniture. It's like, there's beer. Okay.
We'll be there.
Pizza and beer. I'll throw my fucking back out again.
Yeah.
We cut to the beach. Kate is explaining to Saeed and Locke what happened.
The necessary exposition dump for this episode.
Exactly. Michael, it's official. Michael and Walt have escaped the island. They're
on a boat.
They got a boat from the others, and they're gone. Harold Perrineau and Michael David Kelly. Those two actors are not main characters for season 3. They're out. That's why they're gone. They made it out at the hands of the others. Saeed asked him, did you see a different boat? It's like, yeah, we were at the marina. There were 9 boats.
Right.
But they're like, they wouldn't give away their only boat. Blah blah blah. Kate's gonna rescue Jack with help from someone.
Ooh.
Did anybody have a guess as to who someone was at that point?
I didn't care.
I was racking my brain, and like I didn't think of an answer by the end of it. I was just like, who the fuck? Like the only two people, like if I were her, the only 2 people I'd want help for are already right here.
Right.
So whatever.
Is Goodwin still out in the jungle? Maybe Goodwin wants to help. I don't know.
The way she talks to John, I don't know, John.
I guess she's pissed that they didn't come and rescue her. Is like her residual anger, I guess. But
I don't know.
He says later, we didn't know where to fucking look. Like,
right.
So whatever. We cut to a flashback.
Dinner.
They're having dinner. The Jesus statue. They have a conversation about the Jesus statue. How
the worst lasagna I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was some real hard prop food. They talk about how Mama has like great love for the Savior. So like Hurley had a special solid gold Jesus statue made. Like it's the weirdest. Like I understand things are probably awkward there with David being there, but like what the fuck are they talking? We hired these 2 people,
right?
Like okay, cool. Yeah, we understand that you're rich. You have a solid gold Jesus and a cook now
that you found at Bennigan's.
Yeah. All very, very like hard-hitting and important lost mythology here.
Yes.
Mama called David apparently to come back to help Hugo get over this believing in the curse or whatever, because Mama doesn't believe in the curse, and so she thinks that maybe David will just help him snap out of it, whatever.
Right. And he's like, not here for any reason other than the money.
Right.
You know, like, it's
Obviously.
like, no, I called him. I asked him to come here.
Yeah.
So he said that he's going to get rid of the money.
Right, yeah. He just like whips a huge cash wad out of his pocket and like he's like, here's severance for the cook and his wife, and the like no questions, just like yoink.
Yep. Payday.
Yep.
Mom expresses that she has needs.
But first, she earmuffs the gold Jesus.
Yep.
Did she? I missed that.
She like pinched the head of the little Jesus. I have needs. It's like, you're a married woman, Mama. Like, this is the time. If you're Catholic, this is the time when it's okay to get down. Like, Jesus should be fine.
Are they still married? I mean, I guess he left.
If she's a hardcore Catholic, they didn't get divorced.
I suppose.
Listen, he's been gone for 17 years.
Yeah,
Like,
they couldn't even serve him. How you gonna get those papers signed if you don't even know where he is? But she must have, because she
how you gonna
calls
get
him.
that late night dick game if he's gone for 17
That
years?
dick?
Let's go.
Yeah, girl, get that dick. Jesus. Mama's like, hey, show Dad what's in the garage, and so he takes David to the garage. He saved the Camaro.
Yeah. Did that seem like a shockingly small garage for a house that big?
Kinda.
Maybe it's one of several
That
garages.
was the closet in the garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Camaro's up on blocks. It seems like it's in basically the same state,
Yeah.
or maybe a little bit better. Maybe like the paint might have
It
gotten
looked
done
a
or
little
something.
cleaner,
Yeah,
you know?
maybe
like-
maybe it just been washed. But he hung out of the car. Obviously, there's some part of
Right.
Hugo that always wanted Dad to come back, and that was Dad and Hugo's project. So
Yeah.
cut to the van.
This part was interesting. So they tip the car or the
Yeah.
van. They find some recycling,
Yeah.
a map.
Yeah.
There was a dirt road that Dharma was building. Like these three things happen very quickly in succession, and it's more of that lost shit where I'm like, ooh, do I need to remember
Right, do I
dirt
need to know-
road?
yeah.
Do I need to remember recycling? Do I need to remember this one map? Like,
Yeah. According to Lostpedia, all the papers, save for the road map, were not ever really intended to be seen. They were just in the van, and it was set dressing, I guess.
sure.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, the map was supposed to be something, but yeah, it might have just been they were building a road.
A yellow brick road.
Yeah.
What?
They talk about Roger.
Yeah.
Hey man, Roger had a family.
Yeah,
Roger,
he did.
Roger Workman.
Roger Workman.
His name's not Roger Workman. That's his job. He's a Dharma janitor. Like,
Yeah.
that beer's been there since Rocky 3, maybe Rocky 2. That was one of my favorite lines.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What's the it's flat and it stinks? I said, oh, it's Busch Light.
That beer's probably horrible. What is it? I mean, he really says it's
But
probably
it's
poison.
beer. Yeah.
Yeah, after like how long will beer keep? It probably separated at that point. Like,
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, and it's all warm.
well, I don't know, because how old was Ben when he killed everybody versus like how much time has passed?
The Purge was in the early 90s, I think, like maybe 92. So it's like probably 12 years old.
And in the heat, and it's just been
in
baking
the
in
jungle
there.
inside this van. Yeah,
It's just like re-fermented.
Right,
Like,
it's just a loaf of bread. Like,
all the cans should have been
it
bulging.
was a loaf of bread, and then
like they'd been inflated.
it's all botulism at this point.
yeah. Ugh.
There's a vine in the thing in the engine block. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Yeah, this is
vine.
good. Yeah, we're gonna get this started. This is we're gonna have hope here.
We're using a vine instead of a serpentine belt. I'm sure it'll be okay.
It's fine. Excuse
Never
me.
stupid to have hope.
It's Vine.
You're on the wrong island. Ain't no hope here. That's what Sawyer says. Despite Sawyer's sort of like boisterousness post reuniting with Hurley and Jin, he is a little depressed about his fallout with Kate.
He's in full Sawyer mode.
Why? Enjoy it.
Why? Yeah, and he's also one of the only people who knows that when they went to the other, like he's one of the only people who knows about the other island. So he knows that he's never felt more isolated, I think, than in this point in the show. The only thing out on the ocean is another smaller, shittier island.
Right. Well, and he was on the raft, right? Like
he's on the raft.
Like we've
I
tried
forgot
getting
about
off
that.
of here. Let's just enjoy this beer and
Let's just drink this beer and hang out.
Yeah.
Come back to the flashback. Dude, the headphones.
There's too many patterns in that room.
Oh, yes.
Your mother is a passionate woman.
Yeah. I don't care how comfortable that blanket is. I don't think I could live with myself with a blanket in like that pattern. There's just too much going on.
I put on my headphones because my blanket is very loud.
That's exactly. Oh, that's the joke I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That's
Hit
my
him with
kinda...
both barrels.
Yep.
Bam. He's like, get up. I have an idea. Come with me. We're gonna break the curse. They go to a tarot card reader. Show of hands. Who knew this was a scam the second they got there?
Well, yeah.
Okay, 2 out of 3. JP wasn't 100% sure.
I was more focused on that. It looked like it was nighttime, and I was like, "You said we're burning daylight, then we didn't go to see the psychic till 9 p.m."
12 hours later,
you see a shot like a reverse in her like kitchen or whatever, and you can see it's daytime, but whatever.
She's trying to build some atmosphere, and it obviously was the front of her apartment.
Right.
She does a tarot reading, hits him with
That's
the numbers.
also not how tarot works.
No,
I've
not
done
at
tarot.
all. Death doesn't necessarily mean death. Like, terrible misfortune. You're doing the Jonathan Winters thing. Like, but this isn't even cold reading. Like, she just like knows.
Yeah, no,
what
it's
the story is.
John Edwards.
Oh, John Edwards. Yeah. Jonathan Winters. Never mind. But yeah, so he's like, I'll give you $1,000 if you tell me that this was my dad's idea. She's like, how dare you? So I'll give you $10,000. It was his idea. That was super good delivery on her part.
Okay. But also, how much cash does he carry around in
on
his
a given
pockets?
Day?
Yeah, because he gives them severance like the day before. And now he's just like, here's $10,000.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, no, your dad put me up to this. Then she takes the money and he bails. He's like, I'm going to Australia. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Cut back to the van.
This fucking scene. Sawyer's trying to teach Jin English.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
Okay.
You were right.
Yes, you were right.
Those pants don't make you look fat.
No, but here's my favorite part about that is because he doesn't say fat, right? Because like most Asian languages don't have an F like we do. It's like a PH. Fat.
Yeah.
Like the way. Oh my God, he's so cute.
He is. He's so adorable.
Yeah.
I just love him.
I mean, but it's also one of those where it's like, all right, we're just sitting here for these two guys. Like, they can't have a conversation like a couple of guys,
right?
Sitting around having some beers. While Sawyer, yes, is taking advantage of him a bit due to language barrier. He's not doing anything like truly nefarious.
No,
so
he's
it's
not
like
making him say like horrible shit. Like it's a little misogynistic, but
sure.
Jim isn't
not
stupid. He knows he probably shouldn't go back and say that to his wife.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like they're fixing the van, quote unquote, and by fixing the van, 2 of them are sitting there drinking beer. There's no work being accomplished.
Yeah,
and Hurley's hanging out with the dog.
Does he say something about IHOP too? I don't know.
Oh yeah, he calls Hurley International House of Pancakes, which is really mean.
He calls him that?
Yeah,
because he looks at Hurley. He's like International House of Pancakes, and he also calls him Jumbotron in this scene, I think.
Yeah.
Stupid dick. But what the last thing that happens here is like Hurley's like praying. He's like, I'm praying, dude. And he's like, well, stop praying. He whips him a beer and it sails over his head and out of frame. And Hurley like follows it, and that gives Hurley an idea. He runs off. He runs back to the beach and he finds Charlie. And he's like, all right, I was asking before. Now I'm telling.
Yeah.
You need to
slaps
stop
the shit out of him.
You need to stop
This is
moping.
the moment.
Pow.
This is the moment where I was like, oh, he just full Will Smith him.
Yeah. That's the NBC's The Slap.
Slap. Yeah, he's like, just knock it off. Like, and he tells me, he's like, you gotta quit moping, man. Like, I don't know if you noticed this because you've been too wrapped up in your own shit, but the last several days for me they've sucked. They're the
very
worst.
Bad.
They're some of the worst days that I've ever had, not just on this island, but of my life.
Yeah.
He's like, so we need a victory. And I don't care if you think you're gonna die. It doesn't matter. Before the day's over, we're getting a win.
He's like, I know you were sad about thinking you're gonna die, but you should come with and you might die.
You might die.
Right. Like, if you don't die, we win. You know, like
it's a little stoic. It's pretty great. You know, seize the day and like embrace your fate, Charlie. Instead of worrying about dying, like put yourself in a situation, and if you don't die, you fucking lived, man.
Yeah. That's awesome. I
loved it. It was so good.
Badass shit. Yeah.
But yeah, so he drags Charlie back to the van. This is all continuous. They don't really cut between these two places because of again, the van's right behind Sawyer's tent.
Yeah.
And yeah, like he rocks up and he's like, I got Charlie. He's going to help. Sawyer's like, what are you talking about, Jumbotron? And this is where Hurley hits him. Shut up, Red Neck Man.
So he's just like,
touche.
Yeah, touche.
It's the actors must have had so much goddamn fun on this. It's not the hatch. Oh, we gotta save it. It's we're gonna push something down a hill. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna get a little buzz on and see if we can't wreck something.
Here, hold my beer.
Yes, exactly.
This whole episode,
hold my beer so I can pick up 2 more beers.
Yeah.
He tells him the idea when Sawyer threw the beer over before it rolled down this big old hill. That again, nobody knew was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't snow. It's not like they were looking for sledding hills.
Yeah, that's true.
But I want to say that this hill overlooks the golf course. Like it looks like the golf course.
It does.
100% Sawyer went and picked up that beer later.
Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Hurley's he's like, we're gonna push the car down the hill. We're gonna use the momentum. I'm gonna pop the clutch and we're gonna jump start it. We're gonna do a push start on the van. It's gonna fucking work.
Right. Which, that is a good means of doing that. If your battery's dead, the problem is your gas has turned to varnish decades ago.
Right. Could probably poured some of that fucking Dharma beer in there and that'd work.
Right.
Christ. Way earlier, I forgot to mention this, but when Sawyer goes digging for the beer at the first time, the head's still in there. There's a head in here.
Yeah.
Forgot to make mention of that.
They're like, oh, don't worry, that's Roger.
That's right. No, that's Roger.
He's fucking cool.
He's chill as fuck. That led to them later putting the head back on the corpse.
Yeah.
Which was another gag, goofy thing, which I liked.
I like Roger being there more than Paulo.
From there, we cut to flashback. Hurley's packing his stuff for Australia. David comes in and he tries to make amends. He admits he's like, yeah, I'm here for the money.
Yeah.
And he doesn't say it. He doesn't come out and say it. It's not written, but it's like he realizes that in the last couple of days here, give the fucking money away. Like,
right.
Maybe if that'll make you feel better. He has realized. And we don't really see this journey, but it's like we saw the beginning, the end. We didn't really get to see the middle of it.
Right.
But he's like, if it'll make you happier, give the money away.
Right. Let's have a fresh start. Like, how about we just save enough money to buy a new carburetor?
Yeah.
And I'll stick around.
And we'll fix the car. And
we'll fix the car. And
try and fix our relationship, and we'll go from there.
It's really sweet.
Yeah.
It's sweet. I don't believe it for a second.
Right. Yeah.
No.
And Hurley doesn't either. And he's like, I'll talk to you when I get back. And his dad's like, I'll be here, but he's like, I'm going to Australia. He leaves.
Yeah, it's like Will Smith's dad in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when he says he's back and then he leaves again. It's just a lot of Will Smith slapping. I'm trying to work it in here, guys. I'm sorry.
We cut back to the van. You talked earlier about how cool this episode tended to look.
Yeah,
this shot of the 4 of them.
It's so good. It's so good
in profile, just their 4 faces right on top of each other, like like fucking superheroes, man. They in this moment for me, they were superheroes. Like I was looking at these, I was like, man, these are the fucking Goonies. Like these guys are like, there is adventure out there, and these 4 knuckleheads are going to go get it.
Like people are trying to abduct other people out there. People are trying to kill other people. People are trying to survive. Today's mission is have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. It harkens back to the golf thing.
Yes.
Where they started the day out all shitty, and Jack was like, oh, you wasted your time doing golf. And then 10 minutes later, he was like, this is the best idea that what anybody had today.
Isn't this like a great reminder, like now too? Yeah. Like everything is so messed up, like pandemic and war and gas prices and blah, blah, blah. We forget joy.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
I think
forget
100%. Yeah, I agree.
Damn, Kim, that just hit me in my fucking innards.
Yeah, man, let's go push a van down a hill, y'all.
Victory or death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie's like, so they're like, okay, so me and Jen are pushing. What's he here for? And Charlie's like, I'm riding shotgun.
Yeah. Oh, that was the best line.
Yeah.
Favorite line of the episode.
And he does that. We finally get like a charming Charlie, like eyebrow raise and smile, like, he's in. So you get in. Sawyer and Jen
Push that shit.
push it over the thing. It goes barreling toward these rocks.
And there's wide shots of this. Like, they just roll the car down a hill.
Yeah.
Which I imagine was equally as fun.
Yeah.
To just like push it.
They get like it's coming up, and like Hurley and Charlie's starting to freak out, and Hurley's
It's
like
moving, man.
Yeah.
That thing's
He's
fucking
like,
booking.
What does Hurley say? He says something like, do it or whatever.
Yeah, there's no curse.
There is no curse. There
Yes.
is,
No
he says,
curse.
and then he pops the clutch and turns the key, and then the fucking 8-track pops on, and Shop Law starts blasting, and like
So good.
fuck.
It's
like
so
I
good.
I did the same thing Jin did in my living room. I just threw my arms over my head. I was like, fuck yes.
Also,
As
you
if
could
we
have
didn't
popped
know
that
that was
clutch.
going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have popped that clutch way sooner, though.
Yeah, he didn't have to wait as long as he did. But if the thing starts running, Sawyer and Jin come running down the thing. They hop in the side of it. They just like do
They
a
get
couple
the
of
dog. They got the beers. Like, this is. I want to do this.
Yeah, it's such like late afternoon on a tropical island. Every window on this van is either broken or open, and like
The doors were open.
yeah, like
Right.
it's just, fuck, man. No, I was like, man, that looks awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I harken back to like it felt like a snow day, like when you were like over 16 and like somebody had a car and you're just like doing donuts in a parking lot, like
or drive out onto the lake. Like that's what we used to do. It's like let's take our car out of the lake and just drive around in a circle for.
I don't know. It's absolutely nothing, but it's also everything.
It's that found time
Yes.
where you all of a sudden you've got nothing but your life in front of you, and it's all yours, and you take it and you make it something fun and amazing.
Yeah.
Like you said, Kim, you remember joy, and fuck, man. From there we start to sort of wrap up the episode. We go back to the beach. Jin brings Sun a flower.
Oh, the interactions that the two of them have are always just so.
Yeah.
genuine.
Yes, genuine. Thank you. They're so authentic. I can always feel.
Yeah.
And I really want to see the
connection.
relationship that the actors have, like off camera.
Because this is one of those lost montages where it's just there's no lines, it's just music. And
Yeah.
like so he brings her the flower and she gives him just that little like sad look at first, and then it turns into a smile and they embrace, and then we sweep over to Charlie wanders over into Claire's and Aaron's tent, and like he's obviously
like,
telling him the story of the
yeah.
van.
Yeah.
She's got the look on her face is like, this is a dumb story, but I'm so happy that Charlie's happy. Like
Yeah. Well, and Sawyer, what the shot of all three of them walking through the jungle kind of staggered.
Yeah.
Sawyer's got his big flat of beer, and he recognizes everybody's got somebody, but like Sawyer's still got a lot of growing to do. So at least what he's got to make him happy in the now is a case of beer.
It's like the older brother vibe with it when he's carrying the beer, and the two younger boys are just like running off to go tell the story, and like he's just like, man. And it's the same thing with him too. Like he is sad again, Kate being gone. Why? But like he's still happy to see how happy that Jin and Charlie are with their experience. He's happy to see Claire and Sun happy because of them, and and
Plus, he's got his bushlight beauty. That's all he needs.
Yeah.
We cut back to Hurley just still sitting in the van.
Yeah.
And he got his W, man.
Yeah. He takes
really did.
one last spin by himself. You know, gas is probably really limited. I thought it was weird that the guys had to walk back to the jungle. You know, maybe drive him back.
Yeah, drop him off. Or again, I mean, it's right there.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Probably
No,
wasn't
it's
far.
all the way back up the hill now.
I would have loved to have seen a scene of the like survivors on the beach, and you just hear the van in the background. What is that noise? This is the last scene of the show. We cut back to the jungle. It's nighttime. Kate is making her way somewhere. She gets tailed by Saeed and Locke. This is where we had that discussion where she's like, "Why the fuck did you come after me?" You know?
Right.
And he's like, "We wanted to. We just didn't know how to get about it. And even if we would have came and look, we wouldn't have found you because you're in a different goddamn island." Saeed makes a sarcastic remark about how they know they have the right directions now because of fucking Echo's stick in the sun or whatever. He's being real sassy.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that about?
I don't know. We didn't see that the thing that he's referring to, so I just know he's being sassy about it.
I tried to I know we're like right at the finish line here, but like we talked recently about how like Kate, she is a tracker, she isn't a tracker, and I was thinking a lot about that, and I want to make sure that I wasn't being like misogynistic or my own prejudices or whatever. I'm like, well, why do I just assume that Locke knows how to track, but maybe Kate doesn't? But like, we also haven't been shown much of Kate being like exceptionally outdoorsy, whereas Locke is just like, yeah, fucking love jungles, man. Right. Here she's like tracking some shit in the dark, and I'm like, oh fuck, all she's got is a torch, and like she finds some sort of like netting or webbing or something like this. I'm like, oh dude, there she is, boom boom boom, you're showing me Kate tracking. But then she's like, oh, I hear something, I need to hide, but she doesn't extinguish her torch.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to talk about. I was like, nope, you lost all credibility. What are you crouching for? What are you hide? How are you going to hide with the torch in your hand? What is wrong with you?
Maybe she just holds it in her hand.
She just puts it in your home.
Oh man.
While they're arguing, they get shot at. And then Danielle comes wandering out.
You know the best way to get someone to stop shooting at you is you yell, "Don't shoot!
Don't shoot!"
Yeah,
that always works.
It's us, your neighbors.
Yeah,
that always works.
It's weird because we've seen so much back half of season 3. I was like, why is Rousseau shooting at him? But I'm like, oh yeah, we watched the show out of order.
Yeah. This is the beginning, because we've seen a couple of episodes of this little search party that consists of Rousseau, Locke, Saeed, and Kate. We've seen it later. This is the genesis of that little A team.
Oh,
We've seen Rousseau and Locke hanging out at the Black Rock. We've seen Rousseau setting up some dynamite explosions, like
the sonic fence. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Oh, the sonic fence. Oh my god.
Kate's like, I need help. This is who she wanted to get help from. She wanted to get help from Danielle for 2 specific reasons. Danielle knows the island better than anybody because she's been there a long time.
Long fucking time.
And they had a little buddy who helped Sawyer and Kate escape named Carl. And Carl has a girlfriend.
Carl was a kid?
He's a teenager.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, okay. I guess this makes more sense now. But I was like, no kid's name is Carl. Yeah. Only adult men are named Carl.
But Carl's got a friend named Alex.
Yeah.
16-year-old.
Well, didn't she say that Alex helped her escape?
Oh, yeah. Alex helped her escape, too, yeah.
So I thought she was lying at first because I was like, you said earlier that a kid named Carl helped you. Who's Alex?
We haven't seen the full escape attempt yet, but Alex and Carl both helped get them out. But yeah, so Alex helped. And she's like, I met a 16-year-old girl named Alex, and I think it might be your daughter.
Oh.
And
Alex just wanted her dress back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's Tricia Tanaka is dead. What a fucking weird name for an episode 2.
Fucking roller coaster, man.
Yeah, holy shit. Did we like it? Was it good? Kim, how did you feel about this episode of Lurst?
It ended quicker than I thought it would, which means that I was enjoying myself, because normally I'm like, how long is this shit?
This is so long and forever taking.
This is forever taking. Yeah, no, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, like you said, it was those moments of joy that were definitely needed.
Yeah.
JP, what do you say?
Yeah, I loved it. It's great. I feel like it's hard to hate a Hurley episode. Is there like one like feel good episode per season? Is that like a thing? Literally the only like notes that I had about shit I didn't like was just like the Kate, Locke, Saeed stuff. I'm like, did not care. Did not fucking care. We could have just had a fun little romp in the woods. But no, I love this episode. It was great. Yeah. Adam?
I'm absolutely the same. Like if this was a standalone episode where it was literally just a story of Hurley and his dad, and then Hurley in the van, and no extraneous island stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 100% on the tomato meter. Like,
It's so good.
The Kate Sawyer Saeed Locke stuff, it makes it a 95. Like, I found myself laughing. I found myself crying. I found myself like just smiling throughout. Like I found myself forgetting to take notes because I was just I was enjoying myself so much. And again, character stuff.
Yeah.
This is
great.
This is all character. This is all character stuff, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could have done with a few more skeleton jokes.
That's
Just a few more.
You cut the Kate and Sawyer stuff and put in another scene of doing some they do a puppet Roger head and
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They string him up like a little marionette. Hello, my baby. Oh my god.
yeah.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Yeah.
Yeah, they start drumming. He uses his head as one of the drums.
Rib xylophone.
Lost MVP.
Oh yeah, that other thing we do at the end of the show. Lost MVPs.
Sorry.
Who's your favorite character this episode? Minus the context, minus anything else you know about the show Lost. Kim, who is your MVP of Tricia Tanaka is Dead?
Obviously, it's Roger. Like, why would it not be? He makes this episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Close second, Golden Jesus.
Wasn't there this whole thing about like not having idols and whatever? But,
Whatever.
Jesus, whatever, mama.
Moses went up on the hill for like 2 days, and those folks were like, golden statue of a cow. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. JP, who's your Lost MVP?
Rousseau.
Okay.
Listen, old man Lee Harvey Oswald rattled off 3 shots in 8.6 seconds, right? Granted, he was aiming. She's not necessarily trying to hit someone. She's trying to not hit someone, perhaps. But she rattled off some shots with a bolt action very quickly.
No doubt.
She knows her weapon, and she uses it effectively.
Wow.
Adam.
Well, since you guys both did like joke picks, I feel pretty good about doing a real one. It's Hurley.
Yeah.
But an honorable mention to Sun, Jin, Claire, Charlie, Sawyer, and Vincent.
I don't know. I think Roger was a good pick. What do you mean? Fuck you.
Yeah, that wasn't a joke pick.
He's hilarious.
Legit. That I mean, think about it.
fine,
If it weren't for Vincent in the arm, like this
All right.
episode does not happen.
So I'll retract joke, and I will say you guys didn't do main cast members.
Oh,
so
okay.
Oh,
Fine.
I didn't know that. I was unaware
that
of
is
the rule.
100% not a rule. It would have been really dumb if all 3 of us said Hurley. So I feel good that I'm the only one that said Hurley.
Yeah.
Because you guys' picks are both good too.
Yeah.
But yeah, honorable mention to Sun and Jin, Claire, Charlie, Sawyer, and Vincent. Because all, like I said, all good character stuff that I really enjoyed just watching. So
Yeah. That's great.
Very true.
So the flip side of this is Lost Forever. Who's the worst? Who sucks shit? Who do we never want to see again? Who's Nikki and Paulo? Who's your Lost Forever, Kim?
Oh, what's her actual name? Now I can't. I don't know her actual name.
Evangeline
now.
Lilly.
No, not that. No, but I do hate her. No, Tricia. What's the episode called?
Tricia Tanaka.
Tricia Tanaka.
Tricia Tanaka. I literally have Tricia Takanawa written. I can't unwrite that. I can't unhear it. Yeah. Well, obviously because she's dead.
She's rude.
Yeah, but there is no more. So literally.
She's literally lost forever.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
literally lost forever.
We
Poor
barely knew
lady.
her.
Yeah.
Meteor/asteroid.
Yeah.
Ironically, that was the best story she will ever be a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the next day's local news.
Yeah.
Tricia
Yeah.
Tanaka
Yeah.
got hit by a fucking meteor over at Mr.
Yeah.
Clarkson Diamond Bar.
Mr.
Film at 11.
Reporting first on the scene, Tricia Tanaka.
New reporter in the field, Randy Nations, filled in an application while he was waiting.
When Chopper 4 crashed into the Hudson River, who was the first on the scene? Chopper 4.
Aw.
JP, who's your lost forever?
Johnny.
Johnny.
Listen.
Johnny from the flashback.
Oh,
All of the
the
fucking
best buddy.
all the fucking curses are these like things you cannot avoid. They're these environmental things, or like grandpa just fucking died, or something burns down, or whatever. Johnny just decided to be a bad fucking friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy's a dick.
Fuck that guy. DJ
Unreal.
Qualls fucking breaking Hurley's heart over here twice. Unacceptable.
Kevin Heyer, if you're listening, you asked what happened with the date. Apparently not fucking much.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That wasn't great.
Johnny.
Adam, lost
Pissed me
forever.
off. Like, I kind of want to change my answer to Johnny, but I have written down here, I have a tie between Kate and alive Roger Linus. Not dead Roger Linus, because Kim, you're right. Dead Roger Linus does make the episode, but alive Roger Linus, like, that guy sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah, he's not great.
But yeah, Kate, I don't know, she was all pissy about
we can agree on Kate.
Yeah, specifically because of the, you didn't even come and look for us. Locke had a good answer. We literally had no way to find where you went.
Right.
It would have been a horrible, horrible disaster to have gone look for you.
Yeah.
We probably would have just got snatched ourselves.
Speaking of, can we talk about how she was like, well, we had to leave or it would have all have been for nothing because Jack saved us. And then she turns around immediately and is like, no, let's go get ourselves killed. Go looking for him.
Now I'm going to go get
Like,
recaptured despite all of Jack's sacrifice.
What a dummy.
Jack saved us. Oh, but for the ease of convenience, I'll say that it was Alex and Carl.
Right.
Kim, or wait, do we have
burning questions?
I do have a burning
Anybody got a burning
question.
question? Kim,
Yeah.
you got a burning question?
The fuel. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No, it turned to paint thinner long ago.
Delicious.
And have we come across fuel? I mean, like we have beer and supplies and other stuff. Have we come across any sort of fuel supply?
Not a supply. There was some fuel in
Maybe
the
that was the recycling.
But they used that to burn the Beechcraft, which we also were thinking that might not be super flammable.
Well, I mean, they got boats, right? Like,
Yeah.
Wasn't there a trash vehicle at some point? Like you open the gas hatch and you dump your trash in there and it burns it.
I think you're thinking back to
The
the future
DeLorean?
it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, maybe the Dharma van. Maybe the Dharma van. Okay, hear me out. Is like the DeLorean. You just throw your trash in there. That's what all the recycling in the back was for.
No.
Okay, now I feel better.
It's a working theory.
They push the Dharma logo on the front and it opens up like the
Yes.
Yeah,
thing.
Mr. Recycling or Mr. Garbage or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one, JP?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was good too. This is just like not really a burning question, but this is Jin's first appearance in chronologically 6 episodes,
Holy shit.
and they don't explain why he was not in 6 episodes in a row, and then all of a sudden he's just there. So like my burning question is like, why did you bring Nikki and Paulo in if you were gonna sideline Jin? You fucking dinglings. Kim, thank you so much for taking the time this evening to be on the show. Thank you for coming back.
Thanks for having me. It's been a delight. This episode, this podcast recording with you feels very much like pushing a van down a hill. And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Wait, are you saying you want to push us down a hill in a van, Kim? Wow. Thought we were friends.
First, I'm going to lure you in there with some beer. Can't.
Beers and a dead body.
You only need one of the two.
What are we doing next time, JP?
Let's see. If you want to be lost with us, next time we're going to be watching Season 2, Episode 19, SOS, featuring Rose and Bernard!
Oh,
I'm excited for that. Hell yeah.
Yes, that I am legit excited.
And it's another Eric Laneuville directed episode. So
maybe we'll get to see more of that style.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Rose and Bernard. I fucking love Rose and Bernard.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
Who? I'm so sorry.
Rose and Bernard, the older married couple, the black lady and the older dude.
Oh yeah. I remember them. Okay.
Yeah.
They're wonderful.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Before we shut her down for the night, we want to make a quick announcement.
I have to go on a work trip. For those of you that know. So we have a good backlog of some recorded episodes, and we think we have a recording solution. But sometime over the next couple of months, there might be slight delays or hiccups just in our releasing schedule. Stick with us. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna see this stupid project through. Trust us. We're in for the long haul. We're 36 episodes in. We're not stopping now.
We might as well finish it. Right?
Yeah,
It's glorious.
But yeah, there's just some real world stuff going on behind the scenes. So if there's any hiccups in releasing, we apologize, but we will continue to bring you Lost on Lost.
And like JP said, we've already created some contingency plans. So we hope to not miss anything, because we love doing the show and we love having people on to talk about the show.
Yeah,
and we love having you guys listen. So
yeah. So,
having said that, I'm Adam.
I'm JP.
Do you have any idea what's going on this show?
Nope.
Me neither. Lost on Lost is produced and edited by me and JP.
We wish to acknowledge that we live, work, and produce our show on occupied land.
Burbank, California is located on the traditional tribal lands of the Tongva, Chumash, Kizh, and Fernandino Tataviam peoples.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin is located on the traditional tribal lands of the Peoria, Potawatomi, Miama, and Ho-Chunk peoples.
And Lost was produced in Hawaii on the lands of the Kanaka Maoli.
Visit native-land.ca to learn more about the land you live and work on.
You can engage with us on IG, Facebook, and Twitter at Lost on Lost 1.
You can also email us at wearelostonlost@gmail.com or support us with dollar monies at coffee.com/wearelostonlost.
Thanks to Lostpedia and its community of contributors, Danny Schmitz, random.org, and as always, you the listeners for tuning in.
We're hosted at Podbean. You can hear us there or wherever you get your podcasts, except MySpace. We're not on MySpace.
Yet.